too naughty this year.
It's nice to be naughty sometimes, but this is something that might be on the Christmas list for a few rev heads out there. After almost 30 years of being built here in Australia, this morning Holden is revealing its new German-built Commodore. Trevor Long, you've got an exclusive first look for us.
This is the brand new Commodore made in Germany, originally the Opel Insignia, but launching in Australia in February. So basically what we've got here is a front-wheel drive Commodore. It's the first time you've had a front-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive.
Is that a big deal for families? Do you think they'll notice?
I don't think families will care. I don't think the average Commodore buyer will care, but I think the rev heads of the world think it's an outrage that a Commodore is not rear-wheel drive, and there's no V8 anymore, Tom.
Now, so what do we have? There's a four-wheel drive, a four-cylinder, a six-cylinder.
Yep. Two-engine or three-engine variants, a diesel, a four-cylinder and a six-cylinder.
While you're talking,
let's fire it up,
because that's what all the
this car you're getting in is the VXR. This will be about $56,000. This is the sporty model. This replaces kind of the SS Commodore. Still sounds good, goes well. It'll take on a Commodore from a couple of years ago with no question at all. And Tom, it's all-wheel drive. So the big difference here is you've got a lot more capability on the road, more grip. The all-wheel drive versions are probably going to be the most popular of them all.
Pretty good looking car as well.
Yeah,
one difference I noticed, it's got this sort of sports back situation going on.
Yeah, so they
here.
call it a liftback. So it's kind of like a hatchback, but the whole rear window comes up on the car. So there's the liftback version, and then there's this, which is the sports wagon or tourer. So this is the high-riding tourer version.
This one as well.
This is the Calais model. You know, basically this is your top of the line, luxury trim, all the safety features. So a couple of things about this: beautiful in-car infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but also really high-tech safety and equipment on board. So lane keep assistance, forward collision alerts, a lot of high-tech stuff here, including in the top models, matrix headlights. So if you've ever had that high beam on for the oncoming cars, what matrix headlights do is they actually drop out the headlights to the oncoming cars. So the high beams stay on, and it just drops out the headlight to the other cars. So high-tech, great safety features and beautiful performance.
OK, so this one's top of the line. If we're going in at the basic end, you can reveal for us for the first time just how much we're paying for them.
Yeah, $33,690 is going to be the entry price for the LT Holden Commodore.
And how does that stack up to the old model?
It's actually $1,800 cheaper. Drive-away price, it's going to be almost $4,000 cheaper than last year's model. The sporty version, the VXR, $56,000, and again, slightly cheaper than the old kind of SS-style Commodore. So they've come in cheaper.
Are you surprised?
I am surprised because, see, the Camry, for example, has just started being imported, no longer Australian built, and it's more expensive being imported. So, you know, they've done well.
A lot of competition in this sort of sportback model. I think you've got another one here for us to look at as well, which is pretty fetching.
A similar shape here with that lift back. Look, this is the Kia Stinger. So, competing with that VXR, the sporty model, this is a $45,000 to $60,000 car, so it doesn't compete at the entry level. You're probably going to look at a Mazda 6 or a Volkswagen to compete with the entry-level Commodore, because remember, there's no Falcon anymore either. So right now, with no local manufacturing, we've really got a huge choice because every single car is imported. But I think they've done really well to retain the iconic Commodore brand and nameplate, and, you know, it drives like a Commodore. I think it looks like a Commodore. You've just got to get past the fact that it's not rear-wheel drive and there's no V8.
Yeah, well, I think it is a pretty good-looking car, and as you say, coming in below what the old Commodore cost, it's going to be a very interesting market.
Great price, great look, great tech on board, available from February in showroom. So I think the key is you've got to take it for a drive to really experience that all-wheel drive.
All right, there'll be plenty of interest out there. Very good. Thanks for coming in, Trev. Top of the hour, let's have a look at news headlines with Ash.
Thank you very much, Tom. Updating